Fresh and Fit. I didn't even see this coming, but it happened. Charleston White went on Fresh and Fit. I don't know if y'all seen the episode. So Charleston White went on Fresh and Fit. And I ain't gonna lie, it was good reviews from this episode. He was kicking game to these girls. Like most, if you don't know what Fresh and Fit is, they're a dating podcast. They usually have a bunch of young women who are kind of interested in talking about dating and relationships, and they have their own views, which are the two hosts, Myron and Walter Weeks, aka Fresh. So Fit, aka Myron Gaines, and Fresh, aka Walter Weeks. They basically have their own takes on this red pill type of manosphere look into new age dating and relationships. Charleston White goes on there and he starts kicking his knowledge, start doing whatever the case is. And I ain't gonna lie, all these women, they were listening to him. They were fucking with him. This is actually one of their best episodes, to be honest.
Others.
Yeah.
Talk to your grandmothers and your great grandmothers, and I promise you, they will tell you.
And I can't tell if it's, obviously he's a smooth talker in all type of way, but like, I think it's also like when you have an older dude who's actually, he's not just using like thoughts from his hard dick pause, but he's also using history and he put it in a palatable way, That's one thing I've said with like, Fresh and Fit. They kick a lot of knowledge, but sometimes people find their way of kicking it abrasive, right? Like they say the same things Tate say, but Tate they love because Tate has the bravado and Tate makes it palatable. Same with The Godfather, Kevin Samuels. He just makes it palatable. Anyway, so this episode happens, and what happens next is that I guess they invite Charleston White to come back on Fresh and Fit. They're like, yo, come back on, man. Like, yo, they did great views, by the way. Like, this is pretty good views. 1.6 million views in 2 months. Like, this shit went crazy. So they invite him to come back on, and apparently Charleston White, got offended because they didn't offer him any money. Okay? He went off on them like this.
Yeah. I was starting to think y'all didn't like me. Y'all were picking on me. So, yeah. So, man, I'm just saying, man, I don't want to mean no harm to nobody. I got over 100,000 followers over
Here we go.
I don't like them niggas.
Here we go.
I'm keep getting these accounts and starting them over Instagram. Okay? I'm just saying. But listen, can somebody tag Fresh and Fit? I don't like them niggas. I don't like Fresh and Fit. Them niggas invited me back on their podcast. Let me just say this. Them niggas some suckers. Yeah, Fresh and Fit, they some suckers and they some marks. They ain't got no woman that'll cook them breakfast. Let me just tell you something. I think Passport Bros. I think the Passport Bros, I think those are suckers. Nigga got to go out the country to go get a broad. Nigga, you a sucker. Them ain't nothing but down low homosexual men that play footsies with each other. Man, this a bullshit ass thing right here. Okay, it stand like that. Man, why the motherfucker don't stand like that? Yeah. So listen, I want to tell Fresh and Fit. So listen, this what these niggas said. Now they paid me, the first podcast they paid me. They invite me to come back on the second podcast, but them niggas don't want to pay me. They told me it was a gesture. So let me tell Fresh and Fit this. Nigga, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. I think the light-skinned nigga is a sucker. I think the dark-skinned nigga is a punk. Yeah, I don't think them niggas can get no kind of pussy, baby. Nah, them niggas some more. You see how they talk to women? Now, when I got on them niggas show, I put some macking down. I showed you niggas how to mac to the young bros. Did y'all notice when I was on them niggas show, them little hoes listen to everything I said? Them niggas were beating up on the bitches. Them niggas is some niggas that couldn't get no pussy in school. Now look at them. They beating up on the girls because they in a better position. Nah, nigga, only the strong can show compassion for the weak. You niggas don't show no compassion for them young girls. And I notice y'all pick on girls just left their mamas and daddy's house. You niggas don't go get no women. You niggas don't go get no married women that got a strong man and talk to them. You niggas go get the most vulnerable young ladies out of our population. I think both you Fresh and Fit niggas is the weakest black man talking. The Andrew Tate nigga, he a goddamn rapist.
Oh, shit.
Now, baby, they Andrew top each other on the towel with the ass. Yeah, American dollar spin well over there. Go over there with them pesos. Three, nigga. Two of y'all somewhere jacking each other off. You can't put no one, man. Fuck all that shit. Yeah.
All right, he was going off, man. All type of way he was going off against Fresh and Fit. Basically, he was upset.
The reason I'm disrespectful to you little punk ass bitch, nigga, your response to me, well, to my manager, I only paid him the first time because it was a gesture. Say, homie, I wouldn't have dared sat on you niggas podcast if you didn't pay me. I think you niggas is weenies when it come to women and men. I think you niggas is some of the most flawed men, males from America that's standing before a camera, nigga, trying to dictate something to women and teach women. You take as a rapist. Well, if he can't stand up pee, he don't go outside and pee.
All right. And there was another clip. Yeah, trust me, he was going on him for a while.
To dismiss the women you can't get because they know you some suckers. You a sucker with some money, nigga. Them overseas women don't know you no sucker. They just see the money. But I promise you.
By the way, I don't know if Fresh and Fit claims that they're I think they salute the Passport Bros movement, which, by the way, is a movement that apparently niggas is saying they're ditching the women in the West and they're going to countries that sometimes might be lesser developed because women are closer to their traditional values and traditional gender norms, and they feel they have better time over there. I'm sure certain people in that category feel like, well, fuck all that. We just want to pay for the pussy. But I think Fresh and Fit seem to accept or like embrace those people. I'm not too sure if they do it because where have they gone? You know what I mean? I know Fresh from Trinidad, but, you know, they've only gone to Dubai. It's not like they're going to like Colombia, right? But for whatever reason, Charleston White is kind of linking them up all together.
When they find out y'all suckers, they gonna be fucking the nigga look like me cutting the grass. Yeah, they gonna be fucking the pool boy. They gonna be fucking the milkman, the mailman, the trainer nigga. And yeah, they gonna be fucking the transsexual that she cool with the gay friend that got the other gay friend. Yeah, they gonna be doing all kind of shit when they realize you niggas just a bunch of niggas, bunch of sucker ass nigga with money. Homie, they wanna be Mac too, my nigga. They they don't wanna be whining nah. Nigga, they wanna be fucked and the tie out when y'all in the sauna. When your nuts is no windies and
okay. All right. Give a little insight on this. I'm pretty sure Fresh and Fit won't. They shouldn't respond to this. Like Charleston, just one of them niggas who just he go with them words, man. Like he gonna chew you up. I forgot what the relationship with me and Charleston even started when it did, but I'm very happy to say me and Charleston have broke bread together. You know, I feel like he's been valuable. I don't do people just saying I'm charging you this for appearance. I don't need it. I'm a big platform. I don't care for it. But I'm not opposed to trying to figure shit out with people I fuck with. And that's one of the reasons why the comedy show even came up with Charleston. And that's why one of the reasons why I'm like, yo, you know, when I gave that deposit, I'm like, yeah, even if the show is canceled, I don't need the deposit back. You know, because, you know, if there's ever redeeming qualities or shit else later on, we'll figure it out, man. Like, like if relationships, especially in this game, shouldn't be just one-sided. If you just only making money off somebody else, you know, by the way, Charleston is not as much you see him on YouTube, he's not a YouTuber. He doesn't get money off YouTube. You got to understand it from his angle too, right? Now, I'm not going to say I agree with how he's handling this, but I'll give you some background to it. Fresh did ask me at one point, he said, yo, Charleston is, Charleston White is in town and they're potentially down to do an interview. Okay? They're potentially down to do an interview and he wants me to pay. Now, truth be told, and I don't try to get too much into me and Charleston's business, but we know how our situation have been like behind the scenes. Y'all know how I am. Y'all can assume however y'all think the business went down. But me and him, we had just did an interview. And I told him, I said, well, listen, me and Charleston, we've actually gotten a little bit cooler because he's been showing me a lot of love because I encouraged him to get into comedy, and he's been doing his thing there. And he's been showing me a lot of love, and I'm actually probably going to do a show with him later on because I want to show him back love too, right? Because I don't want it to make it seem where I'm getting him on my platform to get me popping, or not really to get me popping, but like to get the views high, and then he's not getting nothing out of it. Let's do a fucking comedy show. So I said, me and him, we just talked about it, and Fresh was there that day. He wasn't there when they got there, but he was there. So he asked me, he said, do you think it's worth paying Charleston White? Now, I said to him, I said, yes, it is worth paying Charleston White. Now, here's the thing. When relationships start off you paying somebody, you can't choose when to stop paying them. That's why I don't like paying. Right? I got money. It's not about paying people. The thing is, once you start, it's like you deal with a girl. If you pay for the pussy the first time, she's hustling backwards. If the second time she says, oh, you paid for it already, here's the free pussy now. And that's what I always say to all creators. Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with, like, for me, this is how I move. If you want to do an interview on my platform, let's do it off, mutual benefit and love at first. Now, if later on we could do some stuff, collaborations, let's drop a line, let's drop some merch together, let's do this. That's all where we could break bread down anyway. Let's do a show. We could break bread down, right? But I'm not in the place of you just charging me because that's the only way I could have access to you. So I believe that's what happened with Charleston and Fresh and Fit. But when that happens, you probably have to assume that person is not going to stop charging you. Like, he's always going to expect money. So when you tell him, oh, I'm not paying you no more, he's looking at you to say, well, you paid me before I ever did your platform. I came on your platform, got some of the biggest views, and you guys getting super chats, all type of stuff. Me asking for you to pay again shouldn't be a problem. So I see his portion of that, but I'm going to be honest with you, and I think that's where it comes down to a business situation. I think all that could be dealt with and talked about in person. And obviously Charleston White claims he has his breaking point. He felt they were disrespectful. I've talked to Fresh since, and he told me, he was like, we weren't trying to be disrespectful at all. Like, we were telling him how we normally do things. We don't pay for much interviews. We did offer payment for him at first, for the first one, but that's not how we normally get down. And he just took it as offensive. So I don't know, man. Somebody said Charleston said I paid him. No, I've given Charleston money. Like, see now you got to start asking. Like, and Charleston know this. Charleston has never told me, this is what I need. He's never get any money I've given Charleston is like, yo, and that's what I'm saying. That's our relationship, but that's me and Charleston relationship, right? It's like, yo, hey, listen, Charleston, like me speaking to his man, is like, yo, we're not charging you, but anything, Charleston's out here, he hustling, he doing his thing. I'm just not a cheap nigga. Hey, whatever. And by the way, he gets way more than that now. So any little I've given to Charleston, like, that's chump change compared to what he probably got from other people. I appreciated him doing my podcast both times. And truth be told, the second time, right? The second time there was no money exchange. That's another reason why with the whole deposit, I said, keep it, bro. Because I know he's getting, like, I'm just not trying to put too much information out there because y'all whole niggas should pay him. Y'all should pay Charleston White because Charleston's showing up on platforms that I don't know. Y'all should pay him. Right? So, like, the first time I threw him some bread, they didn't tell me, they even said we're not charging. So it's not Charleston who wasn't sticking me up. Hey, here's this. Second time, he did it off the love. Because of that, I said, shit, we're going to do a comedy show. I gave him a deposit. Even though we didn't do the comedy show, bro, keep the deposit, man. Like, yo, bro, of course. Now, is Charleston worth all the money he charges everybody else? And by the way, I told that to Fresh. I said, Fresh, he's doing this interview right here off the love. Like, he's doing that off the love. Like, Charleston, you fuck with me. He's probably gonna charge you. That happens a lot. Bro, that happens a lot though. Bro, it's like not to even put, but this is the truth. Nigga, Tory Lanez was trying to charge Fresh and Fit. Wild amount of money, like 20 bands. Nigga, Tory come date my shit for free. Bro, like people just gonna charge people different shit based on whatever. That's just how this business goes. You get what I mean? Like, shit, Charleston White probably also looks at my platform because he's locked in with Say Cheese. And yes, Say Cheese, that, again, y'all be making this whole charging thing sound like niggas is getting hoed. It's nobody getting hoed. Charleston's bringing value. So when I'm breaking down any type of money with him, or when anybody's breaking down money with him, it's not like he's sticking him up. I think he's one of the few niggas who's actually worth their value because he's gonna bring you a lot of views. So that's why when Fresh asked me, should we pay for Charleston White, even though that interview I did that day with Charleston I didn't pay for, I told Fresh you should pay for the nigga because he won't come to your platform otherwise. He's not going to find Fresh and Fit, no disrespect. You should pay the guy. But here's the thing though. Many relationships that you pay to start won't then get free. You get what I mean? I hope y'all understand it. Somebody said Fresh and Fit bring value too. Of course they bring value, but that's not his world. He's not talking about relationships. He's talking about rap. Charleston White is smart, and I think his manager is smart, Suta Juanita. I think they look at it and say, yo, we're locked in with Say Cheese. We wanted to get locked in with Ak. By the way, his manager is really nice. His manager say, Ak, I respect so many things you do. You know, even with this recent thing where Charleston said, you know, she's like, yo, listen, yo, Charleston jumped the gun a little bit. Let's all get on the phone. We're going to work the shit out. And that's why you also heard me not say nothing about that too. You know what I mean? It's like, shit, like, I know how Charleston is. Charleston's cussed me out before, publicly. I just wanted to let him know that I'm not lying, because I don't like when people say I'm a liar. We can make all type of jokes about each other, but I'm not lying about shit. But hear what I'm trying to say. I think it's a strategic move that they did, because here's the thing. Bro, there was people in the, and you know another reason why I think that Charleston did that interview with me, and we didn't even discuss money and nothing like that too. This was off of the Boosie and T.I. thing, and then there were mad people calling around saying that people should stop platforming in his content. Funny Marco, who's going to be on my podcast tomorrow, bro, niggas made calls. You're going to basically see him admit it, that niggas made calls to him like, yo, you got to get that Charleston shit off the channel. Nigga, when niggas call me about Charleston, I ain't know Charleston like that, but I'm like, you ain't about to tell me what I got to do with my platform? The nigga funny. Does he cross the line at times? Yes. Do I not agree with those things? Of course not. But you're not going to tell me how to run it. And I think he respected that and be like, all right, cool. You know what? I need to bridge a relationship with you. And that's why when I even responded to him, I talked about loyalty. You feel me? Just because when niggas came to say, yo, stop posting them, I'm like, I get that you're this big rapper or whoever, you're this whatever, but nah. So that's the point I'm trying to say. Charleston gets paid. I've paid him. I've given him money. I don't feel like our relationship was built on, oh, I'm charging you to do something. Right? But this is the problem with this whole pay-to-play society. When you have to pay for interviews, or when you do pay for interviews, if someone doesn't already see the value in what you bring, they're never going to look at you and say, okay, let's do it for free. Do you get what I mean? You hate Funny Marco. Why you hate Funny Marco? So, and by the way, yo, this just happens, bro. This happens. Fresh, like, and that's the thing about getting people in the hip hop culture on, like, Fresh and Fit's an amazing platform. They're huge, but some of these motherfuckers ain't tapped in with that culture. You get what I mean? Like, some rappers actually think they should get paid to go on Fresh and Fit. I think not. But some people think they should. You know what I mean? But it's how you kind of deal with those issues, man. Again, I think Fresh and Fit has dealt with this pretty good. They haven't responded to it. And I think Charleston, I think he probably felt offended, but, those some good guys, man. Those some good guys. You might not agree all the way with their rhetoric, but one thing I know about Myron and Fresh is that if they did business with you, if they did an interview with you, they're not the type of people to turn around and start slandering you. And by the way, they started slandering Charleston White after it was on Fresh and Fit because I think he said some comment. He said some comment about like, you know what he talked about. He was saying back in the day they used to run trains on people and he said it wasn't consensual. I don't know. And people started attacking Fresh and Fit for it to say, damn, you let this nigga say that and you ain't say nothing? And they could have just came out and just like threw him under the bus, but they didn't say anything. They just kind of moved on. So it's just one of those things. Somebody said, Ak, why not offer a percentage of profits from the interview for a limited time instead of paying a person to appear? So I'm not in that business yet. Like, I know y'all think I'm in that business. I'm not. So when people do an interview with me, even Charleston White, it's a Spotify interview. I post 2-3 clips of it, but it's a Spotify interview. That's very different from like a full episode. So like literally, I've done two podcasts with Charleston White. There's probably about five clips on my channel. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's got to go on Spotify. So it's different. Like I don't even know how Spotify monetizes it. So, but if you're in the Vlad business model, I think Vlad has kind of set it in stone that Vlad pays. Vlad is going to pay. If I was releasing all my interviews straight to YouTube and I was going to cut it up in 50 parts like how he does, that would be a pretty good business model. I think Sean Cotton pays too. Hopefully I'm not speaking incorrectly or out of term, but I think he pays, but he's in that business of releasing 25 clips and then the full interview. That's probably like somebody like Charleston White, that's 10, 20 million views. Very much worth it. Does that make sense? Anyway, I definitely want to say salute to Charleston White's manager, and I appreciate them reaching out about my video. I wasn't trying to get in the back and forth with them, and they understood my points. And again, I'm gonna restate it one more time. I don't gotta agree with everybody's opinion on everything. I don't agree with 6ix9ine when he says fuck King Von. King Von has passed away. Doesn't mean I can't like 6ix9ine. Yes, I know how to discern. I don't have to agree with everything. I could say I don't agree with that. Hey, I stand over here. I'm not with that opinion. And that's how we're all human. If somebody agrees with me fully, they're probably a dick rider. It should be one or two things you're like, nah, I don't agree with that. And it may not be as extreme as this, but it is what it is. Okay? However, Charleston White continues. Still one of the most entertaining people that's going around and doing content. It was, I guess, unfortunate to see this particular end with the Fresh and Fit situation. But I think this is a lesson of Fresh and Fit. When going after guests, if fuck money, if the respect ain't there, fuck the views. You get what I mean? Because if you dangle a check, everybody will come. Go after people who you know are gonna whatever, right? All right. We still got a bunch of shit to do. God damn. How long we been streaming? What is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Hold on. Hold on 1 second.